Okay, I am back and I am just re-recording the first part of the live stream or pretty much the first part, where I was showing you a video review from someone who had been doing the Nutrisystem for his diabetes and obviously for weight loss. And I was talking a little bit about what he was saying and how he has been duped into believing these things. And yeah, I'll just play it and talk about it when I'm doing that. So let's see if we can get the sound right this time. Apparently, when I'm sharing, I need to click the boxes every time, which sounds like a pain in the ass. But here we go. So this should now be working.
And on and off through visits. Yeah, I've fallen off the wagon type thing. But I found it very easy to get right back on it. So I have lost weight and I've gained a little back, and I've lost more and I've gained a little back. When I'm on Nutrisystem, I find it very easy, and I am averaging just over 2 pounds every single week, very consistently. So it's a very gratifying system with a lot of good feedback.
Right, so he's talking about JoJo dieting, basically. So you can go on any low calorie diet and lose weight, and as soon as you go off of the diet, you will gain the weight back. So he thinks that Nutrisystem is really good because you're losing weight when you're on it, but as soon as you go off it, you will gain the weight back. So to me, this sounds like it's a diet that is not very sustainable. You can't be on Nutri diet for the rest of your life and just eat on Nutrisystem, and just eat the Nutrisystem food constantly throughout your life in order to be able to keep your weight off. So why not just sort your diet out and eat food that you can eat that will allow you to keep your weight off, rather than going on a diet? That's the difference between a diet and a lifestyle, I guess. And we want to find a lifestyle and a dietary solution that works for us a long time. So as soon as he's finished, when he's not doing the diet anymore, as soon as he has reached his goal, he will probably gain the weight back. And every time you do this, every time you gain weight back, you are messing with your hormones, you are messing with, obviously, you're messing with your thyroid, you're messing with the set point that you have for your weight, etc. So you will now gain a higher set point. So the next time you're trying to lose weight, it's going to be much harder for you. And as soon as you start eating again, you're going to rebound and you're probably going to put even more weight on. So this is not a good way of doing it. Let's see what more he has to say.
I tried Nutrisystem, and it's a very simple rule. If it says Nutrisystem on it, you eat it, and if it doesn't say Nutrisystem on it, you don't eat it. Right? It's really almost as simple as that. Of course, there are a couple of things that you have to supplement, and we'll go through that in just a minute.
Right, so he's talking about supplementing the diet. If you are going on a diet that is a good diet, then you shouldn't have to supplement it. So I thought he was talking about vitamin and mineral supplements, but it turns out that that's not what he means. What he actually means is that he's supplementing with additional food on top of what they are sending him. So if you watched my live stream, I gave you a quick introduction to the actual Nutrisystem. So you're signing up for a diet plan, if you like, and they will send you the meals, and they're supposed to be healthy and nutritionally complete and all of that BS, which it isn't. And what he was talking about later in the video, I'm not showing you that because it's a lot of talking, but he is buying chicken strips that he's adding to his pot noodles that they send him. So they send him some sort of chicken pot noodle thing, and he adds protein to that. And looking at the diets, you can also see, if you're looking at their menu, you can see that they have omelets. You just have to add the eggs. And that's a bit crazy, because what do you need more than eggs for an omelet? You actually don't need anything else. So I was having a look in there, and they have turkey and ham omelette, I think it was. So they have added ham and turkey and spinach and maybe some other vegetables. So basically you're getting a tray with these vegetables, and it was a scramble, it wasn't an omelette. And all you have to do is you get it into the microwave, you heat that up a bit, you add 2 eggs, you mix it, and you cook it in the microwave. And we all know what happens to eggs when you cook them in the microwave. It doesn't end well, but that's their cooking instructions. So they provide you with a little bit of meat and a little bit of vegetables that are frozen so that you can make an omelette. Why not just buy the meat and the vegetables as well and make your omelette or your meat and vegetable scramble? It doesn't make any sense. It's just a way for them to make more money off of you when you can just as easily actually do it yourself. You could even probably buy frozen veg if you want, and frozen meats, and just add them as they are. And it's going to be cheaper. Let's continue. So oh no, that's the wrong. Okay, here we go.
The final plan is the one that I chose because, diet or not, I have to have ice cream every day. I have to have my ice cream at 9, 10 o'clock at night, or I turn into a pumpkin or something. I love ice cream and I can't give that up.
Whew, okay, so this guy is probably, he is talking like a sugar addict. I love my ice cream. I have to have my ice cream. I'm going to turn into pumpkin, or I need to have my ice cream at 10, 11 o'clock in the night. I mean, really? Diet or not, he needs to have his ice cream. So clearly he has a sugar problem. He has a food addiction problem. And I do feel sorry for him. I know exactly how he feels. But eating sweet things like ice cream and cookies in moderation several times a day, just because he can and he can lose weight on that, he has diabetes, is not going to be a sustainable solution. It's not going to be something that is saving your life. He also says in this video that Nutrisystem has saved his life, because his blood sugar is more stable on Nutrisystem than it was before Nutrisystem. But I wanted to tell you that it can get a lot better than that. You can reverse your type 2 diabetes if you stop eating sugar. And you don't have to worry about any of that. But this guy clearly thinks that he can sort these issues out by moderating and just eating a little bit throughout the day, because then he doesn't get these huge blood sugar spikes, because it will never overload his system to the same degree as he used to. However, eating something with 30 grams of carbs in is still going to give you a pretty good blood sugar spike, I'm afraid. So it kind of cuts right through me, actually, when I hear him saying these words like, I have to have my ice cream, I need to have it, like, diet or not, I need to have my ice cream. He's clearly addicted to ice cream. And in my opinion, we need to deal with the addiction and not just kind of finding a solution that kind of works so that he can keep being addicted, but still maybe losing weight and not doing as bad as he could be doing if he was just letting himself loose. So that's why I chose the title that I chose, because Nutrisystem actually allows you to continue to be addicted to foods, processed foods and carbs, at the same time as reducing your calories, so that you can lose some weight for a period of time at least. And this is a very, very dangerous combination, because once you're off the diet, if you stop losing weight, you think, okay, this is not working anymore, I'm going to stop the diet, you're going to rebound and you're probably going to overcompensate, and it's just going to get a lot worse. So Nutrisystem, I'm not impressed with what you're doing. I think what you're doing is dangerous, and you're not actually doing anyone any favors. Sorry. Next, let's see.
Two things that in their marketing they call power fuels, which is basically proteins, and they have smart carbs, which is basically some carbs, bread, pasta, things like that.
Okay, so smart carbs. I don't think there are any smart carbs. Carbs are carbs. Carbs will turn into sugar in your bloodstream, and sugar is not good for you in any way. And if you want to have a look, I will just reshare that. I know that I did that in the other video and you were able to see and hear everything, but I want to share it anyway. So let's see if I can find that again. So it was a page on, yeah, I haven't closed it yet, lucky me. So this is the glycemic index. And for those of you who don't know what the glycemic index is, it's a measurement of how quickly a food is raising your, or 100 grams of the food is raising your blood sugar. And that is compared to glucose. Free glucose, that just if you drink glucose, is 100. So we have sucrose here, which is normal table sugar. So that it consists of fructose and glucose. It's a combination of both. Actually, they have pure glucose here, and it's actually higher than 100. So it's 100 plus minus 3. So it is still within the limit. But sucrose, which is table sugar, will raise your blood sugar and will get the value 65. And you think that sugar is goes out into your bloodstream pretty quickly, and it does. But keep this number in mind, 65 for pure sugar. And then we have a quick look at what white bread does. 75. That means that it's raising your blood sugar much quicker than table sugar. And even if you're eating whole wheat, it's still up at 74. And that is because of the properties of the wheat or the gluten and everything that is in there. But that is crazy. And how can you talk about smart carbs? Bread is not a smart carb. Bread is a stupid carb, okay? It doesn't make any sense. And I don't know why people keep going on about this. It's probably because we are bread addicts and we don't want to leave bread alone. People can't live without bread, so they want to glorify it somehow by saying that, oh, I'm eating whole wheat or whole meal bread, so that's much better. It is not any better. It's raising your blood sugar just as quickly. It contains more fiber and more anti-nutrients, so it's not good for you in any way. What I'll give him though is this pasta. It's 49. It's not super high, but it's not low either. It will raise your blood sugar. It will go slower than table sugar, but it's not ideal. But it also depends on how you're cooking the pasta. If you overcook it, it will raise your blood sugar much quicker. And I want you to take the whole glycemic index with a pinch of salt, because this is an average value for an average person. For some people, different foods react in different ways. So let's say my personal glycemic index for white bread might be 90, and my personal glycemic index for pasta might be 70 or 50, or it might be 35. So there is a range of variation between people. So this is just an average. But what I can tell you with this is, none of them are good. So we really don't want to do that. It's not, they're not smart carbs. They are stupid carbs. All carbs are pretty much stupid. If we want to eat carbs, we can do it in a smarter way than any type of processed foods. If you're eating carbs that are processed, just stop it. It's not doing you any favors. Okay, so let's go and have a look at what he has to say again. He has a few more things that I want to share with you. And oops, here we go. So this one is the one that makes me want to bang my head against the wall.
The other thing that I should note is they're very big on eating a lot of little meals throughout the day, and that's a godsend. That really helps. So like for breakfast, I can have my breakfast entree and I can have yogurt. But I don't do that right away. I have my breakfast entree at like 8:39, and then I wait until 10:30 for my yogurt. And then you have a mid-morning snack, which is one power fuel and a smart carb. So I don't have that in the mid-morning. I have it like at 11, and I only have one of them. And then at 12 o'clock, I'll have the fruit, right? And then at 1 o'clock, I'll have lunch, but I won't have both at the same time. You know, I'll take the smart carb or the power fuel and I'll push that to 1. And you're allowed to have an afternoon snack, cookies or ice cream or something, or little fudge brownie cakes they have. So again, you know, I push that out to 3:30, 4 o'clock. And it's funny, the joke I have with the guys at work is I eat all day long, right? Every hour on the hour, I'm eating a little something. It keeps me satisfied. It fits the program. I'm losing the weight. So it makes it work.
All right, so he really reminds me of what I was doing when I was younger, when I trained to be a diet advisor 20 plus years ago. We were taught that eating 6 times per day was a good way of keeping your blood sugar stable and keeping your energy levels up. What it did for me was messing with my hormones. It turned me into a complete food addict and sugar addict, and someone who thought that she needed to eat constantly. And as soon as I was a little bit hungry, that probably meant that I needed to eat more food because my energy levels were dropping probably. This is the thing of the past. I don't know why they still promote this. I don't know why Nutrisystem think this is a good idea. Probably because they want to sell them more meals because they can charge you more if you're eating more often. So this is just craziness. I remember my mom telling me that you're eating all the time, exactly what he said. And I was like, yeah. And I was fine with it because I thought it was good for me. Just look at, I mean, we have moved past that. I don't know how anyone has missed it, but there's no research supporting this way of eating. Maybe if you're extremely metabolically damaged and your system can't adapt, maybe you need to spread your eating out a bit more. But I doubt that you will have to eat for 12 hours a day or whatever. It's not healthy. So he's having, what did he say? He had breakfast and he had a snack, and then he had another snack, I think, and then he had lunch, and then he had an afternoon snack, and then dinner probably, and then his ice cream in the evening. So he's eating 7 times per day. How crazy is that? 7 times per day. He's never letting his hormones rest. He's never letting his digestive system rest unless he's sleeping. So is this going to be good for him? I think he's going to F his system up completely. And he is in this video saying that Nutrisystem has saved his life because his blood sugar levels are more stable. But getting into this habit is just going to reinforce him to be the food addict that he is. It's going to reinforce the whole system. And once he goes off, he's going to go off the charts. He's going to get fatter and sicker than he's ever been, probably. So this is all I had to share with you with regards to what he was saying. So this is just a supplement to the live video I did with the same title. So I'm having the same title for this one so that you can skip past that bit in the live stream because the audio wasn't working and you can just watch it here instead. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it helpful, and I will see you again next Sunday for the live stream, and I will sort everything out that went wrong today. So have a good week. See you then.